Hi, I want to talk to you now about an issue which have been on my mind recently regarding the practical application of UBUNTU, the African Economic and Financial System, to fund large-scale projects and ventures. It is obvious that most African countries are unable to fund or finance large-scale projects such as major road constructions, highways that join one African country to another, schools, hospitals, electric generating plants, and so on. This is generally why African continent is in such a dreadful state. If African countries can fund or finance these projects by themselves without having to ask other countries for financial assistance, then African continent and its people would be given respect and dignity. Now, Africa already have a philosophy and an economic and financial system. This is known as the African UBUNTU economic and financial system. My understanding of this system is, quote, large number of people, each contributing a small amount of money, will amount to a lot of money to fund any large-scale project or venture, unquote. Okay, this sounds well and good, but in practice, I have heard stories of the person who is supposed to collect the contributions quietly disappearing with the collected money, leaving those who contributed disappointed, frustrated, and angry. This is not good, and we know that. Therefore, most people have experienced a lot of disappointments on this issue in the past. And so, most people are no longer willing to trust other people in this regard, and this is quite understandable. Now, having said this, there is a great need for African continent and its people to be able to generate its own fund to finance much needed projects, such as major infrastructures, roads, hospitals, power supply, and so on. So, what is needed then is to restore confidence and trust on the African UBUNTU economic and financial system by modifying it slightly. The UBUNTU system can be modified in such a way that each participating individual would be contributing a very small amount of money each month or each week. Better still, it can be modified in such a way that the participating individuals would be purchasing or buying a good or a service each month or each week, while the proceeds of the good or service would be banked as UBUNTU Community Fund. This fund or account should be open for all to view in order to see that there is no fraud or unacceptable transactions taking place. Now, you may ask, what type of good or service am I talking about? Well, it could be any good or service. For example, let's take Good Alternative Monthly Magazine as an example. If large number of people in a country were to purchase or buy Good Alternative magazine each month, then this would amount to millions every month. After a few months of this practice, it would be possible to have enough fund to finance any major project or venture in any country. In other words, this is no longer a contribution or a donation. It is now a business transaction for good causes, for the community or country or continent. And the leaders of the country involved would need to encourage its working population to purchase or buy the goods or service. Obviously, someone must make some sacrifices of leaving the proceeds of the good or service for the betterment of the country or community for the duration of the project. I am willing to make this sacrifice, and I would regard it as my contribution to the development of African continent and its people. But the country or community or continent will have to play its part as well by purchasing or buying the good or service each month or each week. In so doing, African countries or the continent would no longer have to look to other foreign countries for help to finance any needed project. This would give black people respect everywhere in the world. Okay, what do you think about this issue? Go ahead and leave a constructive comment. I would also like to hear from African countries who may be interested in taking part on this project. In my view, those who really want to develop and improve Africa and its people should be willing to participate. For example, I have heard positive things about Tanzania and its leaders, and I would like to explore with such countries how we can move things forward so that Africa would no longer have to seek financial help from any foreign country to finance its major projects. On the other hand, those who do not have the interests of Africa and its people at heart need not respond. Okay, that's it for this video. Go ahead and leave your comment, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell so that you will be informed when we upload new video. Do request for your free copy of our monthly magazine, Good Alternative. This article is fully covered on the November 2019 edition. You can read up on it if you like, and this is what it looks like if you haven't already seen it. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see it properly, but this is the November edition, and we can send you this magazine via email, WhatsApp, or Messenger if you're on Facebook. Okay, as always, look after yourself. I will talk to you again soon, and bye for now.